Yo, what's everyone saying? Welcome back to the channel and that. As most of you know by now, FIFA 19 is only 2 weeks away and I've already got loads of ideas for all the videos I'm going to do when FIFA 19 finally drops. That being said, we know that EA are kind of like on their last life now, like they can't afford to keep dropping dead games with no improvements. And after I was given the opportunity to download the PES Legacy Edition free of charge by this real G over here, I thought I might as well do a video on whether PES is worth it or not. I'm going to make my club, play a couple matches and just go through the menus and that and give you guys my first impression and let you know whether I think that PES 19 could finally challenge EA's dominance this year. Before you lot start thinking I'm mad biased or something like that, I'm going to let you know I was a PES guy back in the day. I got my PES 4, my PES 8, my PES 9, couple other PESs somewhere that I can't really locate at the moment. Just know it's going to be a fair and honest opinion, so please no yelling in the comments and that. Without further ado, let's get straight into this PES 19 My Club. Now this bit here was pretty cool because I think you can select your exact hometown, so I think when they do the matchmaking and stuff, it's more likely to give you players around your area, which if that's the case, then that would obviously be a massive advantage because you know the way EA can start lagging and give you some random don from like Saudi Arabia and like red latency. I then picked my manager for the team and I just, again, I have no idea what all that other stuff meant, so I just thought, okay, 4-2-3-1 is the kind of formation that I can see myself playing, so I'll just pick this geezer and then just see what happens from there. Again, similar to FIFA Ultimate Team, you just pick one superstar to take on loan. I just thought, let me just have Dybala. Fortunately for me though, in the few packs that I actually opened, I packed some absolute goats to the point where Dybala didn't even fit in the team anymore. So no spoilers in that, but just wait until you see the packs that are open. Now we finally got onto the main menus and here's where I was like, I'm not really sure about this kind of hub. It's again looking like someone just made this on PowerPoint with some basic shapes and stuff. Everything's 2D, doesn't look very fantastic. I clicked on the squad. I took some time to read over all the chemistry kind of stuff, but there's some parts here that you're going to see that are really confusing later on. The lineup itself looks okay. I wish they would kind of differentiate between the bronze, silvers and golds, because here like Dybala looks on the same level as this Sanu or Shipe, and it would be nice to just know which ones are the OG players without having to check each individual rating. Obviously though, I was more interested in just how to sign players. Is there going to be like a transfer market? I've not played any PES version of Ultimate Team ever in my life, so I was going into this with like no expectations whatsoever, just hoping that I could get some nice packs or something without having to obviously pay real money, because ain't nobody paying real money for PES out here. Now this was the first thing that PES did the way I thought, okay, this is decent, this is what EA needs. Because with EA, you have no idea what kind of packs you're opening. Do you know what I mean? Here they've said, okay, it's like 100% chance of a gold level player. Whilst EA will just not give you anything at all and probably change pack weights like whenever they want to just rinse people off their cash. So that's definitely something that EA should surely be looking into. It's been, what, 10 years of Ultimate Team now? I mean, look, they even show us what kind of players you can pack from these balls or whatever. I'm going to keep calling it packs, so I don't even know what it's called. These graphics, they look really nice as well. I was a big fan of this one. All the graphics, the running, everything, and then as you can see here, I got Hulk just from a free packer. You know, it's nothing amazing, but the graphics look really nice, you know, and the way they're holding the ball. I think the close-up animations are the ones that bang for PES. Like, they look seriously legit. The only thing is maybe it's a slightly long kind of animation when the curves are just flying about into the stadium, but again, it's nice. Once again, all the menus, just basic rectangles with tiny little writing. It just looks really boring. Like, I like how EA just have that stadium in the background. It just looks like you're playing, you know, a proper football game with things in the foreground and background, not some generic template like PowerPoint background. Everything about it just feels really like as if I'm still playing, what, PES 09 or something like that. Like, I don't think the graphics have changed in terms of the menu screens. They show you a nice little bonus here. So the star ones are the ones that are basically FIFA points. So every 3 days it looks like you get some free PES points or whatever it's called, my coins, which is decent because not everyone has money to be just chugging in every time, and it encourages you to play the game as well, which again, something that EA could potentially do. Like, if you win tournaments or if you win divisions, you could get a couple hundred FIFA points. I don't see why that would be such a bad thing. And here again, they've got all the accomplishments and stuff like that where you can earn 50 coins. Just basic things like that that actually encourage you to grind it, because as I said, there was no way I was going to put any money into this PES game. The only way I was opening any packs was if I was completing these accomplishments. And as I said, when you see the players I got, they are serious. There were these nice sort of promo packs, I guess you could call them, to open. They had a team of the week kind of one where you have a good chance of getting a team of the week player or something like that. And then you have these top agents where you can get forwards or midfielders or whatever it is specifically that you want, but I don't have 250 coins like that to give, so I just went ahead, got my free Barcelona vs Liverpool pack, I think just because the person that gave it to me had the legacy edition, so this was free. Again, massive shout out. I didn't even ask, they literally just entered my DMs and said, yo, do you want my login to come and play PES? I said, sure, why not? So yeah, again, it shows 100% chance of a black ball. These are the kind of players that I could sign, from 94 Messi all the way down to Jordi Alba. There was what, like 30 players in there, so I just said, do you know what, like whatever I get, I ain't gonna complain. I even thought you could get like the 70 ratings and low 80 ratings as well. Maybe you still can, and that was just the ones they showed. But again, you know, the nice little animation, straight to England, Liverpool, and you can tell straight away when you see that hair, when you see that number 11, Mo Salah. Excellent finish on that. And his rating, even though it showed us 90, was 83. That's some other thing they have with PES where you play games to get experience, so he goes from level 1 to 45 or whatever. I don't really understand that bit, why some of them are 45 and 40 and stuff, but it gives you the motivation to keep banging out the game, so you get him from an 83 up to his 90 rating just by playing matches. Believe it or not, that's not even close to being the best player that we packed today. I thought, okay, I have 3 opportunities to do this team of the week player, and again, 67% back ball, 37 gold. Nice of him to just show that that's actually the case, you know, so that we don't feel like we're cheated. And this is where I got majorly clickbaited, because I was looking at my phone as I opened this animation, because I knew it was going to be quite a while. So I first saw it literally as it entered the stadium, and I saw the name on the back of the shirt. I was confused by the kit, and I was like, this is the one. Sergio Aguero. I've only gone and done it already. Then I see his face, and then I see it's Aguero. And I can't lie, I was kind of gutted. Like, I was proper buzzing. Like, yes, man's got that strike force sorted. Aguero and Salah. And then it's just this geezer who, can't lie, I've never heard of. And since I had another 100 my coins left before playing matches, I thought, okay, let me just open one quick one again. The Italy flag came up. No idea what to expect again, because I didn't even bother looking at the team of the week. I see Fiorentina, I was like, this is going to be dead. Like, there's nothing good that could come out of Fiorentina, like, in 2018. And I saw Simeone, and I was like, not really that keen. And then, 93 rated, like, level 30. I don't understand how this works or why he's so good. Like, everyone else just comes at some random level, and this guy's here 93 rated. I was buzzing, and I didn't know, like, is this good or is this dead, or like, what exactly is going on here? Like, can they explain to me why his rating is that high? I went and did a couple of accomplishments just to get that last pack before I play my matches. This is when the pack started to get very, very decent indeed. Again, not sure what to expect. I didn't really look at the team at all. I see, okay, France flag, you know, that can be a decent player, or it could be really dead again, like that Aguero guy. I see the PSG straps on the socks. I see the number 10, the cheeky little beard like mine and that. And then I clock, it's that guy, Neymar Jr. already. Like, I feel like I've just completed this PES game. Like, I've opened, what, a couple packs free of charge. And man's got Neymar and Salah on the wings, Dybala playing cam. And then that, what's it, Simeone playing up front. And once again, believe it or not, this is not even the best player I packed today. I'm telling you, my pack luck or ball luck or agent luck, whatever you want to call it, was very wild the couple of days that I actually played this game. However, the problem I had was here when I tried to put them in the team, because as you can see, the chemistry on 64, but then here, as soon as I tried to put in Neymar, the total cost goes above 250, and then my chemistry goes down to 6. That's quite a jump from just 60 whatever to just 6, just because he's a little bit good. Like, I don't think these guys will be so angry that they're playing alongside Neymar. Like, I would actually be really happy. I would be very much in spirit if I'm getting benched for Neymar. But apparently you have to improve your manager and all that kind of stuff. But luckily I found a way to get the cost just below 250, so that at least I could play with that front four. And obviously Hulk would have to miss out, but there was no space for him anyway. So I found my way around it. But obviously my back, what, 7, I'm not including that Aguero guy, is very, very bad. Like, I've not played PES for, what's this, PES 9, so about 10 years since I've played PES. So I just wanted to play one quick offline game against computer before I just go and embarrass myself online. So the first game's going to be offline, and the second one's going to be an online game. So they have all these challenge cups, they have all online, offline, computer ones. One nice thing they have is that co-op one as well, which I think you can join players with another friend of yours or whatever and take on people, which I think is something that will be very fun for people to do. Don't take my word for it, because let me not lie, I don't know if that's actually the case. But yeah, I went to this match, and the whole game plan part where you do your formations and player changes is really, really confusing. Although one thing I do like, which is way better than FIFA does, is when you have, let's say, a right winger and you click on him and you want to sub him off for someone else, it shows you their rating if they were to play in that exact position, which is good because it shows you if they will be better or not in that angle. Whereas FIFA, if you just have 7 chemistry, you don't know the impact at all. So yeah, I went straight into the game. Again, it took me a few minutes to actually remember that I was using square to shoot this time. But eventually, I got myself a nice cheeky goal with Dybala in his debut. And then I remembered what I really dislike about PES. This options to end and continue and everything to just skip was so jarring every time I was pressing X and it kept taking me to replays. I'm just not used to it. Like, I'm used to pressing start and then suddenly it goes on the pause menu. I didn't want to keep doing that. But every time, just out of natural instinct, you just want to press X. Even if you're the one that's bored, you want to just get rid of it. I'm going to show you the kind of shooting techniques and stuff because I didn't do pretty much any defending this game. I don't think the other team shot. It was on like amateur or something. I didn't really get to choose the difficulty. Obviously, I would have chosen like professional or something so that I could try a bit. But once again, this replay thing was jarring. The corners were interesting. I got this nice bicycle and I would have been gassed if that went in, regardless of whether it's... But yeah, the gameplay itself was... I can't really complain too much. The dribbling was really nice. The passes, again, were very clean. The balls over the top were nice, but as I was saying, it's kind of hard to judge playing against computer because they're not really putting you under pressure or trying to read any situations. I don't think there's low driven on there, so you kind of have to shoot, you know, with a bit of power and some kind of accuracy because you can't just do OP low driven every single time. And one very notable thing was the commentator. Like, Peter Drury is my guy for commentary. This guy could make Norwich versus West Brom just super exciting with the way this guy commentates and gets gassed about everyone. So that's one thing that they definitely have over FIFA. You know, them commentators are kind of stale since they lost like Andy Gray and Ali McCoist and those guys from like 15 years ago. I just did this for the accomplishment bit. I just thought, let me make this guy real quick. I didn't bother with the face at all. I just gave him that sharp trim with a couple lines and that. And I kind of like this bit was kind of cool. Like, it was nice to just do this whole background color and do your avatar and do the angles and stuff. A couple stupid facial expressions here. Like, I'm not sure who's picking number 12, but yeah. And then I found out about that EXP trainer thing where if you have really trash players like 50 rated and stuff, you can turn them into trainers somehow. I'm not sure, again, doesn't really make sense. You turn them into trainers and then they can train Salah or whatever. I'm not sure how this geezer who's 49 as a keeper can train Salah, but it's nice. You can just get rid of all your trash players. So I did this on Salah like 3 or 4 times, maybe 5 times to get him to level 3. And as you're going to see, his rating then goes up to 84. So now Salah's gone up to 84. It shows the stats that have gone up, his attacking prowess and speed. It's just another nice little thing that, you know, EA could consider. So you need your my coins again to save up to get a better manager with better management skills. I didn't get time to do that because I just played this game for like 2 or 3 days or something like that, and then I said it's time to bounce back to FIFA, please. I actually went to this match thinking it was a normal like online match, and then I realized it was simmed like a bit too late. But I got myself 50 coins from that, and it was an interesting layout. You know, at least you can flick between looking at this on-screen pitch, or you can look at the actual match taking place, which is nice. Ended 0-0, so I just got like 1 experience point or something. I don't know, maybe is it my level or something has gone up to 401. They didn't really explain it. Now I had 1 of these left, and that was going to be it for the 6 days. So I thought, let me just please get something good. I didn't know what was on offer here, so I was just hoping for the best because, you know, I've got my attackers. I wanted a nice defender or a solid midfielder. It goes to Spain, and I was thinking of Ultimate Team, like, oh, Spain, that just means dead players. I see the boots, I see the Barcelona, I recognize the tattoos. The number 10, you know it. The second best player of all time, Lionel Messi. I was buzzing, 97 rated, level 30. I think this guy can even go to 100 at some point if possible. And I was gassed. I've basically completed PES, so nobody can chat to me. I've spent a grand total of £0. My front 3 is Messi, Neymar, Salah. I have Dybala there chilling, 93 Simeone. My team's basically moving like Liverpool last year before they had Van Dijk with that super OP attack, and then that defense just looking very, very crusty indeed. But obviously I couldn't put him into the team because I didn't have enough management points, which is really, really sad. And this was just a reminder to me that no one plays PES, honestly. PES has been out for like 3 days at this point, and not one single person would connect with me to play PES with. I was so irritated. Finally, after literally maybe 20 minutes I was sitting there, and finally this kid's face showed up that I could finally play. As you can see by his team, he's a complete bang out. Like, he's got the whole team full of like professional players that are, you know, above, let's say, 80 rated or so. He's got David Beckham, Roberto Carlos, Neymar, Messi, all in his team. And it wasn't too long before he made the game 1-0. I have to say, when they flick the ball over the top, it's really hard to like head it away. I don't know why it is, but as soon as you flick it over, seem to just leave it, and then they're already lost and get outpaced. I pulled on back though with my guy Simeone, a nice little finish on the turn, moving like jumpers for goalposts and that. But then immediately I thought, I'm still playing FIFA 18, because from kickoff, this guy just pings it, and a little toe poke from Messi to make it 2-1. I was raging. Like, if you saw how hard I worked to get back into this game, and I was so excited just for him to go and do that, it was very devastating still. But one thing I do like about players is the last ditch slide tackles. They are like literally so nice and clean when you connect with them, but when you don't connect to them, you end up with stuff like that where they completely miss and the player goes through. Another thing, the follow through goes on for like 10 hours. Like, these guys, they tackle and carry on for literally like 10 meters. But that's an example again of those last ditch interceptions where they slide out their big toe. You know, they haven't cut their toenails for like 1 month. But unfortunately, all my sliding about didn't really help here. This guy made it 4-1. I had time for my own kickoff goal though. You know, EA2 OP and that Dybala just literally ran through. This guy slid. It was kind of game over already, but Dybala with a nice finish, bottom corner. For my first match, you know, it's not a disgraceful result, 4-2. This guy was a bang out because he had like, look again, just literally pings it over the top, and somehow my guy missed that. I don't know how he missed that at all, but yeah, that was to be the end of the game there. I just wiped this guy out just to get a red card because I was tired of this guy just pinging it over to Messi, who the thing is, he didn't even win the ball in the air. He just pings it over his head and Messi runs onto it, and I would never win it. But anyway, yeah, this guy was a bang out. He was using Gegen pressing and low defensive line or whatever. He kept changing it all the time, so I knew he was a bang out. So 4-2 is fine. That was my matches done. And one thing that many people have said about PES, I've watched a couple YouTube videos, the lack of record in the corners or anything is really bad. Like, unless you literally go deep into the menus and R1, and it shows you one for online, one for offline, one for simmed matches, and I don't know, it's just not a nice aesthetic, do you know what I mean? Like, it's been 10 years, how hard is it to just write 3 numbers with dashes in between them? I don't think it should be this difficult for PES to do that, do you know what I mean? Like, it shows you, you know, your last 20 results, and that's about it. You can see them clearly here, and even then it's like, oh, one is on this side and this side, whether you're home or away. It's just not an, it's just an eyesore, like visual eye pollution. The thing is with EA, like, it's very simple, but at the same time, it's not basic that some kid could just make it in their DT graphics lesson. This part is nice though, it shows you the best players in the world, so you literally have your rank out of like the 100,000 people that have played PES, which is nice because you have something to aim for. So I'm like 66,000 out of 80,000. But look here, this is where you have to go. myClub history, R1, and then R1 again to look at your records, and even then it's still not clear. So my overall thoughts, is PES 19 worth getting over FIFA? The answer is pure and simply no. It's not better than FIFA. It probably never will be now that I'm seeing this, because they seem to be about 8 to 10 years behind in terms of the fact that FIFA 11 Ultimate Team was better than this Ultimate Team. However, there are definitely some really nice concepts that they have that EA could look into, you know, replicating to an extent, such as the EXP trainer and the fact that you can look at different ratings when you change position. I think a transfer market is still needed because I kind of have to rely on packs to get defenders, and once I've completed all those myCoins challenges, what do I do then? That being said, the pack weight itself, or ball weight again, is fantastic. I really like how they've done that. It's kind of hard for me to complain because I've just packed Messi, Neymar, Simeone and Salah, but in all honesty, I don't even see myself opening PES again once this video goes live. I really need someone to challenge EA. I can't deal with this lack of effort from EA, knowing that they've got total monopoly over the football console games market. So that's all from me. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a comment if you're buzzing for FIFA 19. and I'll catch you man in a bit.